Hello and welcome to my AGARIO tutorial. See, for the past couple of days I've been getting asked by some of you to make a tutorial on how to play the game that I stream mostly, and how I got good at it. So let's start with that. So first off, let's go into AGARIO. So, for starters, your screen is going to look like this. You'll have three options: either log in with Facebook, play as a guest, or sign in with Apple. Most of you will choose the middle option, which is play as guest. So let's start as that. So now you're at the main menu of AGARIO, which looks like this. You have, your skin on this little plus icon next to this fly, your nickname, which you can just type whatever you want, and your party option, which if you want to play with friends, you can make that, or this little icon in the bottom, which looks like a tool handle, which is your settings. So that's what this main menu looks like. So you're presented with two options on this screen, either classic or more. More options are just other game modes that we will not be focusing on today. So let's start with classic. So the first and most crucial thing about this game is movement. Your movement in this game is crucial to your survival. So what that looks like is basically just touching the screen like any other game. So how you touch your screen is how you will move. If I want to go left, I tap my screen left. If I want to go right, I tap my screen right. And if I want to stop moving in any direction, there are two options to do so. I can either click this top left button, which looks like a pause button, which will do just that, and it will pause my game, but it won't pause other people's games. Or I can simply tap on my cell, which is my thing, it'll stop me from moving, or I can use the little joystick and move it towards the center, which will stop you from moving as well. Now you may be asking, what if I want to move in multiple directions at the same time? Well, to do that, you can just hold your movement or your screen and move your finger around, which will change your movement around. So now I died right there. So let's go back into the game, which you will die a lot starting out. So the objective of this game is to get on the leaderboard, number one place. As you can see, number one, that's the leaderboard. That guy killed me. Okay, let's go back again. As I was saying, the leaderboard. Your main objective is to get up on there on first place, which takes time. So to do that, you eat these things called cells, which are other players, which are the people you see around me. There are multiple ways to do that. One way is to run into them, which will engulf them in your mass. The other thing is splitting on someone, which is crucial towards this game and is something you will rely on mainly to get your mass. So to do that, you'll click this two-celled button, the circle with a line in the middle and another circle. That will turn your cell into from 1 to 2 and basically divide you. That's how you do that. You can have a total 16 cells, so basically 8 clicks of that button at one time. And the merge timer is 30 seconds, which basically after 30 seconds your cells will combine back into one. Now you may be saying, what if I don't want to wait that long? What if I want to make myself bigger? Well, then you will do this thing called feeding yourself, which basically you will go to a wall, which is the border of the map, and that you can split, and you'll click this thing which looks like a little target, which is feeding. So you click that and it'll send out a little blob of your mass towards I died there, but towards the direction that you are facing. So that will look like this. So as you see, these are pellets. So basically what that looks like is you click it and it'll shoot out. So The faster you click is the faster they will shoot out. There's a set limit, but that is the gist of it. So if I tap it slow, it'll shoot out slow, but if I tap it fast, it'll shoot out fast. Now, there's a third way to feed, not a third way, a second way, which is just holding down your feed button, which takes 3 seconds, but as in the name and what is stated, it will feed quicker. So if you hold that for 3 seconds, it will feed quicker instead of just having to constantly tap the button. So those are the basics of the game. Let's get into a little more complicated topic, which are these green cells that do not move, which we call viruses. Now these viruses can either be dangerous or helpful depending on how you use them. Their main purpose is to split up your cell. Like if I were to run into one or split on one, it would cause me to split into multiple pieces. But if you're small enough, like that skin right there is doing, you will not die by said virus. Now, let me show you what that looks like in a second. Alright, so popping on a virus will look like this. So, say you accidentally run into it, it will cause you to split into 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces. See, and this guy is splitting on me because I am vulnerable to splits. So, what do we do? But as you see, my score went up when I popped on the virus. That becomes useful later in the game. When you have a good teammate and you guys want to get quick mass, you can pop on these to get mass, although at a cost of you splitting your cells. Now you can also hide in these, which will look like this, which you are not popped, but also people can pop you if they split into you, which will then just cause you to pop. But it makes very good if someone is chasing you, you can, do a little dance around the virus to be safe for a little bit. Now there's a third mechanic of viruses, which is more about aim. See, this guy is using the virus technique, which is shooting viruses, which basically after a certain amount of time, so after a little bit amount of time, like if you shoot a little bit of mass at a virus, it will cause it to grow bigger, and at a certain amount of mass, that virus will in fact shoot out. So that looks like this. Hold on, this guy is getting in the way. Alright, that looks like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take 7 pieces of mass, which is to shoot a virus, but you see that it split them up into more pieces, which you can consume for mass. So that's how viruses work, and that's the basic mechanic of this game. And that is how you play this game called AGARIO, or at least the basics of it. So, thank you guys for watching my tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and see you in the next live stream. Hopefully this helped.